Hey everyone. So today I want to discuss Cronenberg's 1996 film, and that is Crash. This is starring James Spader, Holly Hunter, Elias Koteas, Rosanna Arquette, I believe, is in this. Deborah Unger's in this. And what this tells the story of is James Spader's character, James, and his girlfriend, played by Deborah Unger. They're in an open relationship where they're banging whoever they want on the side. And very early on in the movie, Spader's character ends up in a horrific car accident with Holly Hunter and her husband. And her husband is thrown through the windshield into Spader's car. And this sort of kicks off this need to find sexual gratification through involving himself in car crashes. And Spader's character, James, Ballard, who's also the name of the author of the guy who wrote the book, he starts to seek out people that he meets through Holly Hunter. He meets Elias Koteas and his crew, who decide to reenact like the Jane Mansfield crash, the James Dean crash. And as a matter of fact, Koteas' buddy dies doing the Jane Mansfield crash. He was playing the part of Jane Mansfield. He had fake breasts and everything. And this movie is just so completely fucked up. And the reason that I'm trying to shoot it here, trying to record this, is where I am right now, is this four-way stop behind me is sort of the least adhered to four-way stop that I've found. It's brand new. The plaza that you can't see that I'm facing went up a couple of years ago, and the four-way stop I think went up last summer. And people just don't understand how to stop at this. Did you notice that there? The white car sort of, look, that guy didn't even fucking try to stop. The guy that just drove past, the SUV. And look, another one, boom, the white car, they don't even try to stop. And I can assure you that right behind me is a four-way stop. So, so I figured I'd talk about Crash here. I mean, I don't want anybody to crash. I've seen 2 accidents up here. Both of them were minor fender benders. The one person's bumper got completely fucked in the one of them. But yeah, I mean, I should probably do a video about the book too, because in the book, the world is so cold and so disconnected, emotionally speaking. And I mean, Cronenberg did a really good job of capturing this on film, but I found the book is just so isolating. And it's like you're on an island of emotional shallowness that it's just so sort of swallowing. And so the only way that people are able to feel anything in this world is through involving themselves in physically and emotionally traumatic situations that allow them to feel, and then through that they can find some sense of pleasure and they can relate to each other. And the book is fucked. I mean, the book is way more fucked. Way more fucked. It's so much more graphic, of course, than the movie. And that's saying something, because this is a Cronenberg film. And I mean, it's really just sex and car crashes, but it comes right down to it. It's just a lot of sex and car crashes. And I mean, Rosanna Arquette's character, I love it when she's buying the Mercedes and she rips the upholstery and the sales guy's like, oh dude, what the fuck? And she's like, don't worry about it, we're gonna buy it. And I love how she's got a couple joints in this little compartment that she has in one of her leg braces, and her legs are completely mangled. She had massive surgery to reset them. And Elias Koteas' character will show up at a hospital. That's how he meets James Spader. And he appears to work for the hospital, and he comes in and takes photos of their extensive physical injuries that are the result of these horrific car crashes that they've been involved in. And as it turns out, no, he's just some type of creepy voyeur that shows up at the hospital with a camera wearing scrubs, and he takes pictures of the pins in your legs and the fact that you're wearing a halo and whatever else, because it's like his thing. It gets him off. And despite how perverted this movie is, there's no rape, there's no children involved. So really, at the end of the day, this is about consenting adults, consenting to get into car crashes, get all turned on from it, and have sex as the result of it. Now again, I can't stress how different the book is, in the sense that the book, it does such a better job of capturing the emotional disconnection, because the movie, it does do that, but it seems like it's just with these characters. It's like these particular people are messed up and they're so disconnected, but the rest of the world, our world, this movie's filmed in Toronto too, if I'm not mistaken, it's still the world that I grew up in and you grew up in. But just this group of people are very sort of isolated emotionally, and the only way that they're able to feel anything is through car crashing. And so the book, though, in the book, it seems like everybody in the world is completely disconnected. So, I don't know. I really like the movie, too. I love how it's shot, and I love how there's that sort of... Everything's very opaque. Like, everything, it's I don't want to say things are... I can't say this movie's not uncolorful, but this movie isn't exactly colorful either. I mean, there's something washed out about it that's just so engaging and engrossing. And I found that in the book that's even more so. The book is so swallowing. Everybody in the world doesn't feel anything. It's sort of like what it reminds me of. The book Crash kind of reminds me of what Cronenberg did with his newest film, Crimes of the Future, where people can't feel anything, so they're able to slice themselves up. And as a result of this, humanity has decimated itself to the point where there's not many people left because we don't feel physical pain anymore. And it's kind of the same thing here, but again, it's only with this particular group of people. God, people are so eager to get out of that plaza. They don't even stop. Like, everything's a half stop. So look, I'm gonna go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me at one of the more trickier four-way stops where I live while I discuss David Cronenberg's 1996 film Crash. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But most importantly, please don't forget that the world is a better place because you're in it. Have a good day. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.